Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to our Dynamics 365 webinar series. We're delighted to have you join us as we delve into the realm of elevating sales successes with Dynamics 365 One enhancements. Today's session is all about empowering your sales journey. We'll be your co-pilots guiding you through the latest strategies, tools, and insights designed to skyrocket your sales performance. My name is Sarah Latsev, and I'm delighted to be your guide today in this exciting world of Dynamics 365. As a business application technology specialist with a passion for customer experience, I'm here to help you and showcase the possibilities and insights that can help you to elevate your sales with our new Wave 1 enhancement. But I'm not alone in this journey. I'm thrilled to introduce you to my partners for today's session, my co-workers, Lauren Lee and Mark Nakamura. And before we begin, I'd like to cover a few housekeeping matters. Firstly, please note that this session is being recorded for your convenience. Additionally, if you have any questions, feel free to share them in the chat. We will address them as they come, and if necessary, further discuss them during our Q&A session at the end. So let's get started. Today, we're going to explore the transformative investment areas of Dynamics 365 Sales and Copilot for Sales. These areas are pivotal in shaping the future of sales and customer engagement. And with our new wave and constant and continuous investment of Microsoft in AI, we have the 5 key sales investment teams or areas that we want to dive into it. The first one is understanding customers. At the heart of every successful sale is a deep understanding of the customer. Our investments here leverage AI analytics to provide richer customer insights, enabling sales teams to tailor their approach and build stronger relationships. The second one is accelerating deals. Speed is the essence in today's fast-paced market. We invested in tools that streamline the sales processes, reduce friction, and help close deals faster. This includes enhancement in automation and predictive forecasting, and of course, with Copilot at its heart. Then the next one is maintaining that workflow. Consistency and efficiency in workflow are key to the sales productivity, and our new features support seamless integration with existing systems and processes, ensuring that sales team can work smarter and not harder. The next one is extending configuration. So flexibility in sales solution is no longer a luxury. We are aware that it's a necessity. We have expanded customization options, allowing for more personalized and adaptable sales experience that meet the unique needs for each business. And finally, empowering sales organization. Ultimately, our goal is to empower sales organization. By providing advanced tools and insights, we're enabling sales teams to excel in their roles, driving growth and success. So, as you can see, these investment areas are not just about technology, they're about people and processes. In essence, this Wave 1 investment areas of Dynamics 365 sales with Copilot for Sales at its heart is all about empowering you to achieve more. It's about equipping you with the tools and strategies you need to excel in your sales endeavors. It's about transforming the way you work, making your processes more efficient, and helping you build stronger relationship with your customers. It's about creating a synergy between people and technology where each complements the other, leading to that success in your sales endeavors. So with that, I'll hand it over to my coworker, Lauren, who will take us through the deeper dive of Copilot for Sales, where we will see Copilot for Sales in action. Lauren, over to you.
Thanks, Sarah. To further improve your sellers' productivity, we recently announced Microsoft's Copilot for Sales, which brings together the power of Copilot for both Microsoft 365 productivity tools and Dynamics 365 sales. Let's take a look at what that looks like. Now, like most people, I started my day on Outlook, and here's an email from one of my customers that I'm pursuing. I can see that Copilot immediately saves me time by summarizing the email into 3 salient points. On the right, Copilot proactively suggests that I update the related opportunity based on this email's content. All I need to do is make the changes and be able to just save the record. Now, once I save this record, it's going to automatically sync this record to Dynamics. And the nice thing here is that I can make these changes in the flow of my work without having to switch applications. Copilot then presents me with a summary of the opportunity to give me the context for this email. This allows me to understand the key sales information about the customer. Now, based on the context of the email and the opportunity, Copilot presents me with several suggestions to help me move this pursuit. For example, I can see other products that my customer may be interested in. Copilot then presents me with 3 most relevant products. I want to recommend the best product here, but I may not know or familiar with these products and how it stacks up. So I'm going to ask Copilot for a product comparison. You can see that Copilot provides me with some key benefits for each of these products. Next, I'm going to use Copilot to help me respond to the customer's email. I'm presented with some prompts from Copilot to either make a proposal or reply to an inquiry. I'm going to go ahead and make a proposal. Here's the email generated by Copilot. And the value here is that this is saving me a lot of time compared to if I had to craft my email response from scratch. And I can make any changes that I see fit. Now, if everything looks good, I can go ahead and keep this and then be able to send this email out. Now, let's fast forward where I have an upcoming meeting with the customer that I have to prepare for. I'm going to use Copilot in Microsoft Word to generate a meeting preparation brief, so I can ask Copilot to help me prep for my meeting with my customer. I can include files or past meetings for Copilot to reference. In this case, I'm going to first reference a sales meeting. And I'm going to add a reference to the North America beer value proposition. Once I generate this, Copilot starts working on my meeting preparation document. And here's the document that includes a summary of my past interactions with the customer and committed action items, plus details on the opportunity from Dynamics. And I can continue to edit or add any additional details or references. And once I'm satisfied, I can keep this brief and be done with that. So this is basically an example of how we can use Copilot for Sales within Microsoft Word that integrates with Dynamics CRM data, Outlook meeting data, as well as other Office documents to create meaningful briefs. Now let's fast forward to my meeting with my customer. As I'm having my meeting in Teams, Copilot is surfacing relevant background information for this meeting and automatically attaches the meeting preparation brief. During the meeting, Copilot also recognizes product questions that my customer has also asked me. And Copilot can provide the answers to my customer's question based on the data in Dynamics. You can see here with a simple click, I'm able to get more information from Copilot to help answer my customer's packaging question. Now, once your customer's meeting is over, Copilot also generates a meeting recap summarizing the highlights and actions from the call. You have the keywords here, the meeting notes, as well as any follow-up tasks. And Copilot provides any suggestions for specific tasks that should be completed based on my meeting with the customer. Now, the value here is that it allows me to focus my attention on the customer without having any distractions, like having to manually take notes or even remembering action items that was brought out during the call. In this example, the first follow-up task is to update the opportunity with the finalized order date, which I can do right within the Teams recap. I can update the opportunity, and this information will be saved to the opportunity record back in Dynamics. Now, Copilot is also recommending that I send out a meeting prep to the customer. Here's the general recap summarizing this particular meeting. And it's incorporating all the things that were talked about on the call, including any action items and next steps. Again, I can make further edits if I want before sending this out to the customer. Now, earlier on the call, I agreed to connect with the following week with my customer to share more product information. You can see here that Copilot has also created a follow-up task that I should work on a pitch deck. So I'm going to use Copilot to help me create a PowerPoint pitch deck for next week's meeting with the customer. You can see here that it's similar to what we saw earlier. I can select a file to reference. So I'm telling Copilot to create a pitch deck based on my introductory meeting and a reference to an existing pitch deck. And you can see here, Copilot has created a PowerPoint deck as a starting point for my team to work on for next week's meeting. See how fast that was? This really allows me to be much more efficient and productive with my time. Now, the next thing that I may want to do is to share this deck out to my sales team. I'll do this in a deal room that Copilot for Sales created for my team in Microsoft Teams. And this allows me to share related files, updates, and communications about this deal. Now, based on my post here, Copilot automatically creates the suggested task where I can assign it to a colleague of mine, Eric Nasson. I can go ahead and create this task. I can also see that Eric has just been assigned to this task, and he has replied that he will get this completed by tomorrow. So what you just saw is just one example of how you can use Copilot for Sales outside of Dynamics, staying in the flow of your work. It's all about maximizing your productivity. Now, this time, I'd like to pass it over to my colleague, Mark Nakamura, to take you through Copilot for Sales inside of Dynamics.
Thanks, Lauren. Lauren showed you how Copilot for Sales can help sales teams be more productive within the flow of work in the productivity apps that they use in addition to Dynamics 365 Sales. I'm now going to show you the same kinds of productivity gains that you can achieve inside of Dynamics 365 Sales by using Copilot. So I'm logged in to Dynamics 365 Sales Hub as a sales user, and I'm sitting on an opportunity. And as a seller, I spend a lot of time managing complex customer relationships and collaborating with larger sales teams around opportunities. So now I'm going to show you how I can leverage Copilot to make my life easier. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to actually open up Copilot within Dynamics by clicking on the Copilot icon. And you can see it's a sidecar experience, much like the one Lauren showed you inside of Outlook. So you can see that as Copilot comes up, it's going to have a number of prompts that are very sales specific. I can get information on my pipeline. I can ask questions about objects that sit inside my sales system, and it can actually help me prepare for sales appointments. I can also go to the bottom and notice that if I click here, I got a prompting guide. And so I can get additional kinds of informations, whether I want to get information, whether I want to ask questions. I actually want to get a summarization of the opportunity. So this is a lot like when Lauren went and asked it to summarize an email. When Copilot went out inside of Outlook and summarized an email, it's doing the same kind of thing inside of Dynamics 365. And what it's doing is it's looking at the specific opportunity and it's providing me with the summary. So I don't have to go and read the entire um, opportunity and get myself acquainted with it again. And it does it in the context of BANT. So what BANT is budget, authority, needs, and timeline. And those are the things that sales folks typically focus on when they're looking at an opportunity. So if we take a look at our summarization here, you can see that it's telling me things about the budget. For instance, it's telling me what the estimated revenue is. And as far as the customer's needs, it's telling me what their requirements are and what our proposed solution is. It also has information regarding the timeline. So it's got a expected closing date of October of this year. It also has authority information as it's looking at contacts that are associated with my opportunity. Now, Copilot doesn't stop there. What it's going to do is it's now going to start recommending things that I might want to take a look at. For instance, if I'm going to go and schedule a meeting with these folks, or if it's been a while since I've worked with these folks, I can actually get the latest news for an account. And this is important for me because, again, if I'm preparing for a meeting with the customer, it lets me know anything that might be happening. And also, I can see any kind of news that might actually impact my deal. So I can click on any one of these news sources and it will pull up that particular article. So again, it's actually helping me prepare for items that are moving forward. Now, I mentioned in the beginning that I work with larger sales teams. Well, if somebody changed something, or if it's been a while since I've actually worked on this opportunity and I've kind of forgotten like what the last thing that I did was, I can actually go through here and say what's changed with my opportunity. And what it's going to do is it's going to basically look over a period of time, in this particular case, 7 days, and it's going to come back to say, these are the things that have actually been changed by you or somebody on your team regarding this opportunity. And you can see that there are a number of things, whether it's the estimated revenue, whether it's the close date, or actually the product name that's been attached onto this opportunity, that's been changed. So it provides that up for me in a very easy to digest fashion. Now, the last thing that I'll show you here is that the system can now start recommending content. For this particular opportunity, if I go to the products page, you'll see that on the quote, we actually quoted a particular piece of equipment. In this case, it happens to be a coffee machine. It's called the Cafe Grande. So if I go and say, go and get product related information for me, Copilot will go out there. It will actually look on my SharePoint drive or the shared SharePoint drive, and it's going to look for any kind of information tied back to that particular product. And it actually found one for me. So I can go through here. I can actually include that inside my opportunity if I wanted to, or use that in any kind of presentation moving forward. Also, something that I won't cover due to time, but if you recall Lauren's demonstration where she showed how there's the email handling capabilities inside of Outlook. You notice that there's also an email tab up in the Copilot inside of Dynamics. So any kind of email that you are working on inside of Dynamics without going out to Outlook, it has that same kind of generative and summarizational capability. So that's something that you can do directly from Dynamics. So in summary, it was a very quick demonstration of what Copilot inside of Dynamics 365 can do, but it can help sales teams be more productive and efficient with their daily work by providing sellers with the ability to do a number of things, whether it's getting a quick summary of their opportunity or lead records, or catching up on updates, or preparing for meetings, or reading the latest news, or getting content recommendations. Sarah pointed out earlier the importance of the ability to configure and extend Copilot for Sales to meet the unique needs of your sales organizations. And I wanted to dive a little bit deeper into that. So as a customer, you can extend Copilot for Sales through the Copilot for Sales extensibility framework. In addition, you can leverage pre-built integrations that have been developed by some of our most valued Microsoft partners. And as of now, there are 4 that we are beginning with, and I'll walk very quickly through this. The first one is for People AI, and what that does is it's going to surface insights from their engagement platform through the sales cycle. Seismic, that integration will provide you more advanced content management functionality through the sales cycle. Pros, that's for configure, price, and quote functionality that you can use within your sales cycle. And the final one is DocuSign. And what that will do is it will actually surface DocuSign contracts associated with CRM opportunities and accounts. So with that, I think we're ready to move to the question and answer portion of our webinar. So Sarah, I'm going to hand it back over to you.